Hi there, and welcome to my video training series. I'm Psaila. Today what we're going to be talking about is the triple M of marketing. Now let me ask you, do you know where your target audience is? Actually, do you know who your ideal client is? Clearly, and that you can tell me in 10 seconds or less. Now let me ask you also, if I could give you all the clients that you wanted, and all you had to do is simply tell me exactly who your client is, would you be able to do that? Now I know, you may be shaking your head and saying, you know what? Everybody's a client. Well, guess what? If everybody's a client, it just makes life so much harder. And I'll tell you why. Because most businesses use that buckshot approach where they try to, shoot out and get everybody in as a client. Well, the smart businesses actually use a laser targeted approach for their marketing. In other words, they're really clear about the following three components. Number one is their message. Getting super clear about what their message is, or in other words, what their offering is, whether it's a service or a product, towards their ideal target audience. Number two is they get to understand what their market is. In other words, who their target market is. How clear is their target audience? Where's that target audience live? How old are they? What's their demographic or geographic? Understanding how much money they make, understanding, what that audience likes, and most importantly, understanding what that audience is either listening for or saying to one another. When you can get inside the audience's mind or your target client's mind, you're also able to understand how you can make your message fit that market. See, a lot of people have just got a blanket approach once again and say things like, hey, guess what? We've got stuff on sale, come and buy it. Well, how about if you could get inside what your client is looking for or what they're talking to their friends or family about? Because if you can understand that, you can understand how to word your message and also understand how that market enjoys listening to it and then being able to take action towards. Now, the final component is your method of delivery. Is it going to be online or is it going to be offline? Or is it going to be a combination of both? See, a lot of businesses just say, oh, well, because of the internet, I'll just put everything online. Just put a website together, just market online, and everybody will start coming. Well, guess what? You need a strategy to market online. And I'll cover that in some more of my videos. But if it's offline, let's say, is it just about putting a newspaper ad? Does it mean that, that's going to work? Or does it mean that you need to get really clear and clever with your marketing dollar? So let's cover these again. Number one is the message. Number two is the market. And number three is that method of delivery. Now, once you've got those three components, the final part to the equation is how do you calculate that success? Let me tell you, I've worked with clients that keep on doing marketing and they never really understand, what success they've got or how their marketing dollar is working for them. Now, once I'm there, what I'm able to do is I'm able to help them calculate this. So I need to ask you, what type of method are you using to calculate this? For me, one of the best methods is simple. Just use an Excel sheet, or if not, just write it down. And here's an example, right? Let's say if you're using an offline method and using a letterbox delivery. So if you, send out 5,000 pamphlets, you're able to track how many incoming calls there has been, how many sign-ups on your website if you've got something that goes from an offline to an online, and most importantly, the response that you've got within a given level of time. Now, if it's an online method, you're able to capture data, in other words, names, email addresses, possibly contact numbers. So as soon as you go to launch that product, or as soon as you start to market that product, let's say if it's on Facebook using pay-per-click, or Google or LinkedIn, what you're able to do is understand how many people have come to the page, how many people have opted in, and then what the results are that you've gotten for that particular marketing campaign. I'm hoping you got a lot out of this. My name's Psaila, and I look forward to seeing you on the upside.